everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy, and if you are brand new to the channel and are unaware, I have a backup channel over on YouTube. It's Mecha Random 42 Live. I have a Twitch streaming channel. Looking into ways to stream on YouTube. It looks like we can still stream on YouTube, but you're here for this news. You're here for the Star Wars news. The Game of Showrunners joke about the Star Wars fan backlash, and it's almost like they're taking shots at Rian Johnson here. Everybody's favorite round-headed director, creator of the most hated thing in all of Star Wars fandom ever. The most hated, despicable, disgusting, horrendous thing that they've ever done in Star Wars came from Rian Johnson, and that, of course, is my favorite, the Porg. No, we're just kidding. We're talking about how he treated Luke Skywalker and his basic disregard for Star Wars fans. Well, it looks like the Game of Thrones showrunners are kind of taking some shots at him, or at least making some jokes about him. This comes from Screen Rant, but they're actually sourcing Entertainment Weekly as their news source here. Game of Thrones showrunners David Bennioff and D.B. Weiss joke about Star Wars fan backlash as they prepare to oversee a new film trilogy in the iconic franchise. This December, the Skywalker saga comes to a close with J.J. Abrams' Episode 9, but Lucasfilm has plenty of other projects coming through the pipeline. In addition to Bennioff and Weiss' series, The Last Jedi director Rian Johnson is spearheading a trilogy of his own. Maybe. Eventually, maybe. They're ghosting him, I think. In my opinion, they're ghosting Rian Johnson. They don't know when they're going to get around to it. I think they just have to wait until Kathleen Kennedy goes, and they're just going to say, yeah, well, we have the option to secure you, and we'll pay you for your trilogy if we ever can get around to it on the schedule, but I don't know. Like 2021 looks like we're washing our hair. 2022 looks like we're we gotta go take out the trash that year. 2023, well, we have this thing, but we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you, Ryan. We'll get back to you, right? Both of these will be completely separate from the Skywalker saga as the studio explores and extorts fresh horizons. Exports, yeah, they are. It's a product. It is a product. It's true. These movies have yet to be officially dated, but they've still been making headlines. Back in March, it was reported that Bennioff and Weiss' trilogy would be set during the days of the Old Republic, though nothing has been confirmed at this point. Regardless of what era the subject matter the duo cover, they know their movies will be under an intense microscope. Yes, they will. Well, actually, a lot of the Star Wars fans don't care. Like, I think you had your shot, and Star Wars is like, yeah, I think a lot of people are just kind of done with it at this point. Regardless of what era the subject matter the duo will cover, they know their movies will be under the microscope. Luckily, they have plenty of experience working in that realm. Oh, Raylo, their Force connection will be balanced to the Force. I skipped that article because we don't care. Sum it up. Rey and Kylo, she's the light side and he's the dark side. He's the big bad man, So of course, together, they're the yin and the yang, bringing the power to the Force and the balance to the Force. It's a load of horse shit, but, sure, whatever. In an interview with EW, the pair laughed about the inevitable backlash their Star Wars movies will face whenever they come out. Weiss cracked, we feel like we're not quite hated enough by people we don't know. Shots fired, right? But who are they firing them at? It comes across like they're firing at Rian Johnson. It's like, oh no, our fans like us. We're not a complete douchebag. We're not a douche nozzle out there telling people your Snoke's theory sucks and it's my movie. I'm going to do what I want because it's my movie and you can't have it. I'm going to kill Luke Skywalker. So there. I'm going to kill him in editing. So there. Screw you all you. Screw you trolls. You nasty basement dwelling man baby cousin humping trolls. To quote some of our media friends here. Bennioff then teased that our Captain Phasma origin story is going to blow people away, alluding to the history they have with Gwendolyn Christie. See, that would be fun if they actually did that, but no, that's just a little joke that, yeah, we Captain Phasma is actually Brienne of Tarth. And do you guys want me to cover Game of Thrones? Tell me now. I am about 3 seasons behind. Or 2 seasons behind. I think I saw 4 or 5 seasons. Do you guys want me to catch up before the next season of Game of Thrones and talk about it? Let me know. Let me know in the comment section below. As popular as Star Wars has been for the past 40 years, it's always been open to intense criticism and scrutiny. The heated and at times toxic fuck you Screen Rant debates surrounding the merits of The Last Jedi are a more recent example. But George Lucas's prequel trilogy was no stranger to backlash either. While some have come to appreciate those films' contributions to the overall franchise in the years at the time of their release, the prequels were routinely lambasted by longtime fans. They were just a little boring. They're just a little, They just weren't they didn't have the magic of the original trilogy. The vitriol was so intense from the fans, those dirty, horrible fans, that Jar Jar Binks' actor, on my best, revealed he had contemplated suicide. Guess what, though? The media had a lot more to do with that than the fans, because guess what? The media were the only ones who had access to these people back then when the prequels came out. So fuck you, Screen Rant. Take your little false narrative and shove it up your ass. See, you're trying to blame us for something, right? And no, I feel horrible that On My Best had to go through that. I am devastated that anybody has to be so depressed by what some idiot says on the internet about them, right? And it's easy. I get my fair share of hate comments too. But yeah, just don't go after the actors. We know that. We aren't going to do that. We're not going after it. Don't go after the actors. Don't tell them. And that's the thing. If we do have any interaction with these people, we have to be respectful. And the actors didn't write the shit. Rian Johnson wrote the shit, right? And of course, don't go and harass him either, obviously. But it goes without saying that whenever something as big as Star Wars is involved, it's impossible to please everyone. But unfortunately, Star Wars fans have a nasty way of telling creatives when they really don't like something. Screen Rant, you went from a nice little article where they're taking shots at Rian Johnson to taking shots at the fans again. Why? Time will tell how general audiences will judge Bennioff and Weiss's Star Wars movies, but hopefully they're well received overall. One thing that may work in their favor is that they will be about all new characters that fans have yet to form a connection with or ownership over. In the case of The Last Jedi, some spent years fantasizing what an older, more powerful Luke Skywalker would have looked like on screen, and were disappointed by the direction Johnson took with the story. In contrast, Rogue One introduced a different brand of rebels and wasn't nearly as divisive. It wasn't just the way he treated Luke Skywalker. I think a lot of it was the way he treated the fans. A lot of it was his interaction with people on Twitter, like the your Snoke theory sucks, or calling everybody trolls and basement-dwelling man-babies. You know? And here's the thing. I've seen a lot of his interaction, and yeah, it's easy to jump on the first person who says something negative to you. But you've got to remember that when you're a public figure, and myself included, if I get into a discussion with somebody personally, I am taking a personal shot at somebody for taking a personal shot at me. I'm giving back the same smack talk that I'm getting. When it comes to somebody like Rian Johnson, though, I would never just go out somebody at their Twitter account, any of that. If I'm complaining about something, I'm hashtagging. I'm not adding somebody. And that's one of the huge things that people need to remember, is that, like, it is fine to have an opinion. It is fine to cuss and swear and whatever, as long as you kind of have to clarify what that's, in my opinion. And I hate the phrase "in my opinion" because it removes so much from the comedy, but we really have to clarify that in this day and age for legal reasons a lot of the time, right? Viewers have wanted to see the Old Republic in canon for a long time, but they might be more open to whatever Bennioff and Weiss have to offer since they'll be unfamiliar with the cast. Ideally, it would all turn out best for Star Wars as Star Wars begins an exciting new era. Yay! So that is our Star Wars news for today. I just think it's a little funny. This is a quick little video. Do you think they're taking shots at Rian Johnson, or do you think they're taking shots at the fans? Because I think they're taking shots at Rian Johnson there. I think they're blasting him. Because they're like, oh yeah, we don't have to worry about that. We're, our fans actually like us, unlike Rian Johnson's viewers. And that's the whole thing. I think as long as they're respectful enough of the franchise and the people watching it and their customer base, basically, because we are the people who purchase this shit. We're the people who have, porgs all over the place, and we're the people who have lightsabers and everything. They need to remember that we're the ones who give them money, and when these filmmakers and article writers continually put out that combative, toxic sort of message that viewers suck, That is the problem. So that's why I had to definitely blast Screen Rant on that one for that article, because, you know, stop it. Stop with this narrative that fans are bad. Fans are not bad. The media is bad. And it's not even all the media. It's really not. But what do you guys think? Do you think they were blasting the fans? Do you think they were blasting Rian Johnson? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am MechaRandom42, and I will see you guys either on Twitch, my other live channel, which it looks like we can stream at. I have links for everything. Links for everything is in the description below. Streamlabs is our way to bypass super chats for now. I will see you guys on the next video or live stream. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!